Hi, I'm Brian Bell from Weezer, and this is our most requested live iHeartRadio Ask Anything chat. Our new song is called Africa, and thank you, Romeo, for your support. Lana from Brooklyn. How did the whole hash pipe / Africa stuff get started? I've enjoyed every minute of it. Do Toto have a sense of humor? Okay, I'll start backwards on that one. Toto have a great sense of humor, obviously. First of all, doing hash pipe and doing such an interesting, cool rendition of it where they actually put in new harmony, a new harmonic change in it that we didn't, and I always think that's impressive and kind of important to try those kind of things and cover songs, even though we didn't do that. We just kind of did their song verbatim. They're so harmonically rich. The song came about through a teenage girl named Mary who lives in Cleveland, through some sort of social media campaign who thought it would be a good idea that Weezer cover Africa, Toto's Africa, and she hit the nail on the head. I think Mary, as she wants to, has a career in the very least the music business, and at the very most maybe a great musician too. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for your question. This is another question from Jesse from Sandyville, wherever that is. Hey Weezer, have you ever thought about making a second Red album, or having two color-coded albums of the same color in general? From an excessive daydreamer. You guys are awesome. Well, thank you, Jesse. A second Red album, I wonder what you mean by that, because an album that was recorded like the Red album, or just like Red the color. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a combination of all colors that were combined together to be so dark that it's no longer a color. And thank you for saying we're awesome. This next question is from Kimberly from Antioch. We all know y'all are great at making music, why thank you. But what is your strangest talent? Well, I don't know how strange it is, but Kimberly, but I like to brush my teeth with my left hand, even though I'm right-handed, just to get a little more ambidextrous practice, and and also spend more time on each tooth when I have to focus more. This next question is from Jay from Jessup, and if I'm not mistaken, Jessup is in Georgia. If you were to meet your past selves, who do you think would cry more from happiness? Well, I can only speak for myself. If I was to meet my past self, or my past self was to meet my present self, I think I would definitely cry from happiness, just knowing that I was able to follow my dreams and things worked out just fine. Better than fine, well, beyond my wildest dreams. I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it now. Okay. Tina from Oakland. What kind of aura was in the room when Weird Al walks in? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask what color aura, but when Weird Al walks into the room, which happened to be the stage of the forum, was the room at soundcheck, I was just filled with sheer nostalgia, joy of I can't believe this is so surreal. If I told my middle school self that I would be covering Africa in this, in 2018 with a band called Weezer, and it was going to become this sort of fluke hit. And by the way, Weird Al, who was all over MTV at that time, doing amazing parodies of the hit songs at the time, would play along with you, and then do a parody video of a video that you did that was a hit in 1994. My mind would have been blown. So I don't know if that answers the aura, but the aura, I guess, nostalgic, if the nostalgic is an aura, like nostalgic bliss. Okay, Sherry from Los Angeles, I like that. Sherry from Los Angeles. What do you think will ultimately wipe out humanity, a virus or robots? That is bleak. My hometown, Los Angeles. So I think ultimately man will wipe out man. Will ultimately, destroy the planet, I think, the way things are going. But these kind of questions, I'm not really a doom and gloom kind of person. So let's go with virus. I guess virus, yeah. Morgan from Columbus. Bob Seger or BTO? I would say Bob Seger. Against the wind, and it's funny how the night moves. That kind of stuff. I have more of a connection with Bob. And people named Bob, like Bob Dylan. Okay. Philip from Percassi. After all these years, what motivates you to keep making music? That's a good question. I think what motivates me is that music is so vast and mysterious and will always remain that way. And it's a way for me to use the knowledge I've learned so far, to learn more, to better my ear, to better my musicality, my rhythm. I'll never conquer it. It'll always be a servant to music, and that is what keeps me motivated. Sophia from Spain. Oh, cool. I love Spain. How do you feel when you see everything you have achieved? And will you come to Spain one day? Well, I have been to Spain, Sophia, and it's one of my most favorite places, so I definitely want to come back to Spain. Love the culture there. I love the people there. I love the atmosphere there. It reminds me of Southern California a lot, with this, like, at least Barcelona, this medieval history that we don't have here. And I feel extremely grateful and lucky to have everything I set forward be achieved. Okay, Janae, or no, I'm sorry, that's Jane. I'm used to everyone having names like that, so it's nice to see a name like Jane. Jane from Miami. Who's the most famous person that you've wanted to meet but haven't yet? The most famous person, I guess, I'd like to meet Bob Dylan, and I haven't. I met Bob Weir last week from the Grateful Dead. That was incredible. Played some songs with him, and it was probably the closest thing I'll get to playing songs with someone like that, or songs with Bob Dylan on stage would be great. But even just meeting someone like that would be pretty cool. I guess, probably some sports figures that are just out of my orbit that I'll never probably meet. But yeah, if I'm going to go with one, Bob Dylan. Okay. Kim from Honolulu. Can you do impersonations or accents? Well, Kim, I can only do accents of Eastern European professors of music. Isabel from Brazil. If you were one of your songs, which one would you be and why? I think I'd be Why Bother from Pinkerton. If I was one of our songs, if I personified a song, and probably just because I just love the propulsiveness of that song. And it has like high energy. It's happy sounding, but it's also sad at the same time. I think it's a complex song, and that kind of personifies myself. Thanks again for watching our exclusive iHeartRadio Ask Anything chat with Romeo and Most Requested Live. Our new song is called Africa. See you on tour soon.